We are live here at ISTE. I'm at the 2gnoMe booth. I'm here with Ilya. Ilya, how are you today?
I'm doing well, very well. Thank you for inviting me.
What do you think about ISTE? 20,000 educators all here together working on a common goal to help students out. What do you think about this place?
It's uplifting. It's exactly why people come here, to see how ISTE's advocacy and brand keeps on growing throughout the United States and the world. It's really exciting.
And what's happening these days at 2gnoMe?
2gnoMe is working side by side with ISTE to translate and make the ISTE standards practical and operational in order to support teachers as they kind of move from the analog to digital way of teaching.
And as we move towards that digital way of teaching, a lot of it is about professional development, isn't it?
Mostly all of it is about professional development, or rather professional learning, because learning is actually a sustained activity, and development teams tends to be more transactional at districts at times.
And talk to us a little bit about what we can find over at 2gnoMe. What's going on these days?
2gnoMe is is recognizing that there's a lot of content out there, a lot of really smart, good content. But the problem that 2gnoMe sees is inability to clarify who needs what kind of learning in the first place. And so to that end, 2gnoMe is a personalized learning platform that first and foremost enhances teachers' self-awareness about these critical edtech skills, and only then uses the data to personalize learning for each teacher.
And how does it do that?
Well, it looks at the results of self-reflection and 360 peer review when it comes to the edtech standards, which themselves we've sort of deconstructed into this bite-sized pieces that teachers can relate to. And then it uses the data at a group level to help administrators allocate budget much more effectively, to personalize learning for every teacher, and perhaps even more importantly, it adds accountability to this often wasteful process of professional development.
You know, I love that you mentioned accountability, because as we know, there are a lot of professional development solutions out there. What makes 2gnoMe a little bit different?
2gnoMe is different because we're not a PD company. We do not provide PD. We actually partner with the best PD providers out there, aligned to the ISTE standards as well, in order to make better sense of their learning. As I said before, there are many, many books in the library when it comes to PD, but what's missing is the librarian who can figure out who needs what kind of book and when.
So the website is 2gno.me, 2gno.me. Talk to us a little bit about what we can find when we visit the website.
You will find an opportunity to reflect on the professional practice of, if you're a teacher, you'll find an opportunity to reflect on your professional practice. You'll find a very powerful results page that helps you understand your skills proficiency when it comes to other teachers, and you'll find personalized learning recommendations matched just for you.
And what kind of feedback do you get from your teachers when you work with them?
Teachers really appreciate the fact that somebody is interested in their opinion in the first place, certainly when it comes to their learning needs. They really appreciate the fact that it saves a lot of time for their learning opportunities. And the opportunity to see to enhance your self-awareness, to have these kinds of situational questions that reflect the best of ISTE performance indicators, is an opportunity to see best practices, your place on that spectrum, and how that compares to other educators.
Now, you just mentioned best practices, and I think one of the things that we found out over the last couple of years is that best practices in professional development are changing every minute. Where do you see professional development going over the next couple of years?
I think it's going to be more and more learner-centric. And by learner, I mean adult-centric or teacher-centric. We have plenty of focus on students and personalizing their learning. I think we're going to see professional development evolve and focus around the teacher's need.
I think it's important that every school district out there not only have an eye on professional development, but be partnered with a great company like 2gno.me on their solutions, because as it gets more personalized, it does get more fragmented, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And another focus of this is that 2gnoMe kind of starts out with a critical needs assessment to clarify who needs what kind of learning, but then it evolves with the individual teachers and with the school districts to really help them iterate and create a sustained, lifelong professional learning experience.
I want to say thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoy ISTE. And guys, if you're out there looking for a great partner and a great solution, check out 2gno.me.